former Amstel Institute, and now CMA has been working on this issue for ages almost, and I think that our friend here is just proceeding with developing know-how in that field. Please, you have it.
I would like to present about the development of a pre-service teacher training course on the integration of ICT as lab tools into inquiry-based science education. So in the course, the participants have to learn the three main tools that are data logging, video measurement, and modeling. So I'd like to introduce you one of the data logging tools we have here. So I think many of you know it. It's AuroSense. It is an interface. It has internal sound sensor. So it's connected with the computer with the software coach installed in it. And then when I click on it, okay. So maybe I should restart it again because this computer is turned off. Okay, sorry. Okay, so so these sensors, sound sensor connect with the computer and then make some noise. Okay, so with the support of sound sensor and the software, it can make the sound visible on the graph. So in our course, the participants have to learn some technical skill related to the tools, like how to make a sensor calibration, how to make a graph, how to connect a graph with the data, how to input the text in the text box. So this is not enough. So the teachers have to learn how to use the tools in more IBSE way. So they should avoid the cookbook instruction, like they can make some type of contest. So some type of contest that who can grasp their hands the fastest, for instance. And the research question for students would be, how can you see in graph whether somebody close farther or closer? So this is one way to make this activity is more important. And that is the content the participant in our course have to learn. So not only data logging tool, but also video measurement and modeling, we motivate students not only to learn to use the tool, but also to apply the tool in class as a part of IBSE. It is two main contents. So in the teacher education program in the Netherlands, in the second year, the pre-service teacher have to go to school for their internship. But most of them have a full-time job, so they face the pressure of third-year teachers. On the other hand, in a few days, they have to go to the university to learn some course. So they are very busy among the teaching jobs, also the class at the university. On the other hand, in the teacher education program, for the ICT part is we do not have much time. So it means the time pressure for us to provide the learning contents for pre-service teacher and the time constraints for the pre-service teacher to learn our training contents. On the other hand, the participants are very different in terms of age, teaching experience, and the familiarity with the ICT tools. So with that boundary condition, we have to think how to design the course that fulfill, that fit with the boundary condition we have in the Netherlands. So based on the literature on professional development of teachers, also the reference on ICT for IBSE, we define three design principles that we think that the participants should try out the classroom activities within our course through a complete circles of designing, executing, and evaluating the ICT IBSE lesson. On the other hand, we provide them three main tools for science teaching, but we don't think we have enough time. They have enough time to learn it all at a deep level, so we motivate them to choose only one tool to learn very deeply and aware of the possibility with the other tools. The first point that we apply the blended setting for the course, the course not only includes the course session, but also the tasks in between the course, so the participants have more time to think, to talk, and to apply, and then to evaluate their learning in school. And in distance learning, they have an online platform with supporting materials and close supervision from teacher trainer, so they can find more help from them. With that point, we have training procedures and the training scenarios. As I said, our course including 3 sessions of 3 hours each, and the tasks in between. So the basic idea that they're going broad on the surface to get the basic concepts, skills, and possibilities of the tools, and then they go narrow and deep to the core to apply a particular tool to design a lesson, try it out in school, and evaluate it. So let me review it with some pictures of teachers' activities during our course. In the first session, they come to learn about the tools, data logging, video management, and modeling. And after that, they come home, come to their school to choose only one tool to learn at the advanced level. To mastery many technical skills involved. And in the second session, they come to class, and we discuss together how to apply the tool to design a ICT IBSE lesson. And then after the second session, they have to accomplish their own ICT IBSE lesson plan, try it out in class. So it depends on their teaching conditions. There are many ways for them to apply a particular tools in their own lesson. For instance, they can try out with a whole class, or they can try out with a small group of students, or with a school project. And then in the third session, they come back to the course to present about their tryout, and then we discuss how to improve the effectiveness of their tryout. So that is the procedures. And then all supporting materials we upload on an online platform in context of established process. And they can access the supporting material every time and everywhere. So for the learning ICT skill, we provide the coach activities at 3 levels, basic, tutorial, and subject. And for the background on ICT and IBSE, we have PowerPoint presentation and background articles. And we also provide some link to some example of how to use the certain ICT tools in science teaching. So we design the course and we execute the course in a case study, and our research is on the assessment of the implementation and the effectiveness of the course with 3 main assessment questions. For instance, we observe the pre-service teacher manipulation with computer in the session. We also come to their school to observe their child in class to see the actual problems they face in their tryout. So instead of assess the pre-service teacher at the university, we assess them in reality in their practical teaching in class. It is one of our purpose in observation. For instance, the documents, the participants perform their tasks and they have to produce the products. So every product they produce, we have, like coach activities, they have practice with, lesson plans they prepare for students, tryout evaluation from them after they try out, and when they try out, they have student reports. So with some way of collecting the data, we can compare together. With a few minutes left, let me show you some data we have from the first case study. So in terms of the questionnaire, also we confirm from our observation and documents which say the familiarity with the tools increase during the course. I think it's quite a logic way to understand. And we have 12 participants of the course, and even of them can fulfill the complete circles of designing a lesson plan and execute and evaluating it. And I said, based on their condition, there are many ways to apply the tools with a student or in a certain type of inquiry base. But we also find out many problems in their child. One of the biggest problems that is there still a big distance among the lesson plans they prepare and the implementation of the plans they do in class, because they are the first year of teaching. So for instance, we have a pre-service teacher. He designed very good lesson plans with good question, good design of experiment, and he prepared very good result in the laboratory. But in the tryout, his classroom management skill is quite great, and the atmosphere in the class is very chaotic, and students cannot follow his plan. So it's one of the issues we have to think and how to help them to overcome that type of issue. Among other issues like cookbook versus inquiry approach for the application and so on. And we have a principle that we provide them 3 main tools, but we motivate them to choose to use only one tool during the course. But the question is that if they are confident to learn the other tools after the course and use this in practice. So we have a question and we receive feedback that most of them are confident. But it's not stopped here. So we designed a follow-up questionnaire. Also, we come to their school after 6 months or 1 year to see actually do they really learn to use different tools or apply it. So that is the point. On the other hand, we expect that we apply the blended learning. It means we hope them work enthusiastically in between the sessions. And the result we have is less than we expect. So this is one of the weakness of the data, the weakness of the result we have. But that is a fact, because the Dutch teacher are nowadays very busy, and when I have time to work with them, I feel that 12.5 hours prove that they really place a lot of effort to learn. So that it should be improved for our next case study. Okay, I will stop early. Okay, so this is some feedback from them that they like blended setting. They feel they have a longer time to prepare what they have learned for students and apply and see how effective of the child they have, and they are motivated to learn further. Okay, so I have talked about the data from the first case study, and based on that, we find out some problems. And for instance, that participants design more time hands-on activity. Hands-on means they want to practice with the activity more. They want to spend more time to try out the thing, or the participant decide to receive comment on their class report and so on. So that is some issue with evidence. We think it should be improved for the next course. Okay, so in principle, we design a course based on the boundary condition, also the literature, and we execute it in the case study. We assess it, and we find out some problems, and this is evidence for us to decide to have a new course design and execute it again and again and again. That is, we say it's an optimization process to optimize the effectiveness and the faithful implementation of the course. So hopefully at the end of my PhD project, I can find out the most effective and faithful implementation of the course that suit to the Dutch situation for teachers, research teachers on the use of ICT in quality-based science education. So in conclusion, I can say that it is feasible for us to design a pre-service teacher training course on the use of ICT in IBSE that is in a very limited time. In our case, it's only 1 EC, and with very heterogeneous, or I say, considerable difference among the teacher background, as I said before. And thank you.
Are there any questions? Dean?
Yeah. When you say they do I forgot the word you used, but in case the trial of their short lesson, and then come back and discuss it, What type of data or information do they have from that trial that they can discuss what went well and what didn't go well?
Yeah, okay. So before their trial, we provide them some forms for lesson plan, some form for the evaluation of the child. So they have to think and fill out the form to prepare the lesson plan. So we will have lesson plan, we have a child evaluation. When they try out in school, if I cannot available there, they have to capture the video. It is the first one, and some student reports. That all things they will use to present in the last session. And based on that, the teacher trainer, together with the researcher, to help them to find some advice to improve the effectiveness of that.
Any more questions? I think you did a splendid job. Thank you very much.